Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. This is your mentor Mayank Sir, and as you all know, this is our new initiative from Oliveboard where we all faculty members are discussing the most important topic within 5 minutes for your RBI Grade B 2023. So let's start. So today we are going to discuss the amazing trick to solve inequality question based on quadratic equation. So generally quadratic equation based questions becomes very as you can see, the majority of questions, 3 to 5 questions, right, come from this section. You can see in the exam. So this we can expect at least 3 to 5 question will come in your exam of RBI Grade B. It is the most important topic. So here we are going to discuss some trick, right, some amazing trick which can be applied on some cases. So case 1, case 2 we are going to discuss here. When you will see these type of cases, you can directly get the answer within 2 minutes. So ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Ay square minus by plus c equals to 0. Generally the type of question like this only, where they are asking you, okay, find out the relation between x and y. Two quantities are given, you just have to find out quantity, or they can say quantity 1 and quantity 2. Two quadratic equation will be given and you have to compare, and like this you will get the option. Y is greater than x, x is greater than y, then x is less than equal to y, x is greater than equal to y, right? Option E, x is equal to y, or no relation cannot be established. So for that you have to find out the value of x and y. If I will ask you, okay, find out the relation, can you tell me what relation these two equations going to share? Means which one will be greater or lesser or equal, what relation between x and y, quantity 1 and quantity 2, you can establish here, you can find out here. So you will say no, because a, b, c, like that the terms are given. Generally you have to give it in which form? In number form. But in this cases, right, in these cases which I am discussing here, directly you can decide the answer by the sign, positive or negative only. See, ax square plus bx plus c. So just look out a, b and c. In all cases a must be positive. Now let's talk about b and c. So in first equation b is positive, c is positive, okay. In second equation b is negative, c is positive. So when b is positive, c is positive, directly you can decide the sign of your roots, means the value of x, that is going to be negative. Both roots are going to be negative because b, coefficient of x is negative, constant term is negative here. Now if we will look out second equation, minus b plus c, okay. So b is negative, c is positive. In this scenario both roots are going to be positive. When b is negative, c is positive, both will be positive. So positive always greater than negative or not? Yes. So here you can directly say y is greater than x. So option A is going to be answer, right? Let's take the example here first. 6x square plus 17x plus 12 equals to 0. 3y square minus 10y plus 8 equals to 0. So here if you will look out, A, I can say this A, this B and this as C. So generally you have to solve, in the exam you have to solve the equations to get the answer, right? You will multiply this 12 with 6, then just divide this, right, factor, you have to do some factors of 17, so that you can just get what? The product of A multiply C by the factors of B. You have to divide this B into two parts. By addition you must get 17, by multiplication you must get the product of A and C. But here no need to do anything, just see the sign, plus plus means both roots are negative. But first equation must be like this and second must be like this, means one equation, in one equation B must be positive, C must be positive. In another equation, second equation, B must be negative and C must be positive, constant term must be positive. So you will get both the roots of one equation positive, right? Both roots will be positive for one equation, and for one equation both roots will be negative. So you can directly decide answer, positive always greater than negative. So y is greater than x here. So option A is the answer. Let's talk about case number 2. So in this scenario you just need to look out the constant term only. C, the value of C, ax square minus bx, right? We should not think about b, we just need to check the sign of C. If in both equation C is negative, in both equations C is negative, directly you will go with option E. Option E means directly you can say no relation cannot be established. When in both equation constant term is negative, see here, this is equation 1, this is equation 2, quantity 1, quantity 2, right? So here you have to find out the relation. So if you will see constant terms, last value here minus 40, here minus 34. In both equation C is negative, so directly you can say relation cannot be established. No need to check anything, no need to get the value of x, you can directly decide the answer here. So I hope you like these two tricks which I told, these two cases, but in these two cases only it is applicable. You just need to check accordingly. Let's take some more examples so you will have idea. First, okay, another example is here. Quantity 1 and quantity 2 is given. You have to find out the relation between quantity 1 and quantity 2. 84.5x square minus 26x plus 2 equals to 0. Here decimal, coefficient of x square is in decimal form. So the calculation is going to be little bit tricky one, means calculative. But if you will look out minus plus in one equation, in second equation, b is positive, c is positive, right? The coefficient of x is negative in first equation and constant term is positive. In another second equation, coefficient of y is positive and constant positive. So plus plus minus plus. So directly you can say minus plus will give you plus plus answer, means both roots will be positive. In plus plus, right, when b is plus, c is plus, means when you are having these two signs, b is positive, constant term is positive, you know that both roots are going to be negative. So positive is always greater than negative. Both roots are positive, both roots are negative. So definitely x is greater than y in this. Option A is the answer, right? No need to solve anything. Now let's move on to the second example. 17.4x square, again in decimal form it is given, minus 35x minus 10 equals to 0. So by basic it will take some time, but directly you can straight away solve, because see, first equation, second equation, quantity 1, quantity 2 you have to check. Constant term minus 10 here in first equation and in second minus 15. In both equation it is negative or not, minus minus, right? So directly you can decide relation cannot be established between x and y. This is going to be your answer. So I hope the trick which I told you, right, and where it is applicable, that also I told you. You have to check the cases. Case 1, it must be like case 1 and case 2, then only you can apply. So hope so in today's session whatever I have discussed completely clear to all of you. So share the session with others also and like it, and do subscribe the channel if you are new to the channel. Thank you so much. We'll see you in next session.